right, this is part 2 of An Hour of Doodles. There is a video before this one that has me doing this doodle. And I have restarted so that I can see my chat. So let's see if people show up, if I can see the chat. Let me type something in. Okay, I can type something in and I can see it. Hello, crafting with friends and doing stuff. All right, everybody seems to be coming in. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened to chat the first time, but y'all were not there. When I signed off, y'all appeared. So this is going to be a 2-parter, 4 minutes on the first one, and then the remaining hour, which will be my full hour. I'm signing off at 8 o'clock again. Hi, Nettie and Mina. I'm only going to do an hour because I was live earlier today and was on for a little bit. Hi, Janet. So let's do another doodle. Nothing fancy is happening here. I'm just filling squares with doodles. Let's do a wavy line across. And then turn your page a little bit and do wavy line across the other way. And then I'm just going to do lines across this way on this block. And then maybe do lines across this way on this block. Just do some lines across each little square going in different directions. What I love about the super tips is you can get a nice fine point. And this isn't tape, this is marker. Well, that one really needed to go the other way, but we're gonna roll with it because it's what came out of me when I did it. But try to make them go in different directions if you can, because it just makes it look cooler. Maybe do this one as straight across. It's nice to see the chat and it's moving. Kendra's here. Hello, Kendra. Hi, Renee. Hi, Holly. So I thought it would just be fun to do some just doodles for an hour. I was saying when I cut off the first time is earlier today, I did Janet Nash's Pick 7 journal page and worked a little bit in my border book, which this is my border book. And before I sign off, I hopefully will have time and we'll do a quick flip through the borders that we did. You guys, we did those borders in 2019. So it's been that long since I started this journal. So I figured it's time we finish this one up with maybe just doodles or something. I don't know. We'll fill it up with something. So there's another doodle. We'll grab a different color and we'll do the next square down. Let's just make some circles. Random. Be random. And then I'm just going to do some lines through them. 4 lines all the way through. And then we'll put a little dot on the end of each one. I'm using the markers because they're faster. Oh, there goes the chat again. I'm going to have to look at it. Does Crafting with Friends, I think that's Clint. Barbara, I think his name's Clint. And hello, Barbara Clark. I didn't see you sneak in. And if you wanted to just put some dots in to fill in your empty space, because everything's better with a few dots here and there, right? Random dottage. I don't know. I think I liked it better when blank space, but too late now. So we're going to, once you start something, commit and do it. Good enough. Maybe a couple dots here. I need a sip of water. Is Violet here? Hi, Violet. All right, let's see. Let's do circles that don't touch. All right, and a dot in the middle. And I'm just doing some lines, 2, 3 lines through them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Back to the whole meditative motion. I haven't seen that one, Barbara. I didn't know she was doing an ATC swap. I could. I'll have to look into it. Oh dear. I hate when I misplace the legal stuff. That's never good. Let's fill this one just with rows of curly cues. So up and around. up and around. And then we'll do a row up here. I'm kind of coming out from the row, but like out of the top of the one below, but and filling the space in between two. So that would fill an area. Oh, let's not do this one. Let's do a blue next to the orange. She announced it on Monday in her live stream. All right. I'll have to look it up and see how many, would be required in all of that. So I'm going to make a line this way, line that way, make a diamond shape. And then a line up, down. Just make a row of diamonds. And then we'll do it more diamonds. But as you do the rows below, you only have to make half of the diamond, because you're come down a ways and then down a ways. And then here, let's see, this goes this way. I had to stop and think there for a minute. 6 ATC cards or coins, Zentangle on each, self-addressed stamped envelope, email her to get her address by the end of May. Okay, 6 ATCs, SASE, Janet Young. I write all kinds of stuff on my drop paper so I won't forget it. All right, now on these here, next you're going to draw a line from down the center of each diamond. This might be easier to do before you. I should have done one at a time. Then from the point on the side, come up like this and up like that. See if I can see where the diamonds are again. And this will be up, back, up, and back. Oh, didn't draw a line through that one. Up and back. Didn't draw a line through that one either. Back. There'll be a line there and a line there. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. So each diamond will have the line through it, and then from this side point up to there, halfway between the middle here and here, come up to there, and then back down to the other point. Then on this, you're going to color in this one. on each one. You'll color in that and here. And that's easier if you do it one at a time. So look, we're just going to pretend this is like that I haven't already done all of them. All right, then go to the next kite shape. Color that one and this one. Next kite shape. Just work them in the rows. So it would be that side and this side. I think I got that right. There, and there. Then on here, it'd be here and here. And here. I think. That doesn't look right. I think I've messed it up. I guess what I should have done is each row do the opposite corners. It would have looked better. But now we know. We might try it again and do the opposite for each row and do one row of them at a time. That might be easier to see. Let's be the top. So maybe I'll do that. Let's do it again, but with a different color, and I'll do one square at a time. And I'm going to do it right next to each other here. I'll do the diamond shape here. Draw a line down the middle. Come up and go down. And on this one, we'll do this one in the dark. And this one in the dark. And we'll draw another diamond. And this one and this one. Sometimes you have to practice, and if you mess up, do it again. All right, so all right, we're going to call this our next row down here. So that one goes that way. This one goes here. Put our triangle pieces on like that. Then draw down the middle. And then the little section pieces. But instead of that side, we're going to color this side and see what happens. Because you won't know until you try, right? I can tell I'm tired because my brain's not wanting to interpret what I'm doing the way I want it to. All right. Oh, I need to do this here. And it'll be the other side and this one. And I didn't really do a good job of that. All right. We're going to call that good there. Go ahead and draw our diamonds up and up and up. So now we'll switch back and do this one. I'll look at chat here in just a minute. It's taking all I can do to remember which way I'm going. So bear with me. I'll check chat here in just a minute. Not yet. This one. This one. All right. So we'll finish this one off. All right, so this side, this one. So that means this would be red there. All right, this would be red. And this would be red. This would be red. And then the other side would be red. You get quite a different look. And if we put this here, this would be red. And this one. I think it's pretty close to what I was thinking. That's better than I thought it was. Hi, Becky. Listening and spinning. Thanks for the thumbs up. And Janet's put Janet Young's link in if you're interested in doing the Zang Tangle. Barbara says she's going to do coins. Coins, you could do mandalas. I'm going to check this really quick because they just won't seem to stop. I don't know what it is about. I have a voicemail. I don't know anybody with an 814 area code. Sorry. All right. Let's do another one. I'm going to come down to this one now. Let's do some arches. Just do some arches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then up here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and off the page. And the next one will go in between these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you all even see those? Yes, you can. And then this one will come back off the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to put some lines up to make it look like it continues, even though you can't see anything. And then in the middle of each one of those, make another arch and color it in. I need to think simple doodles. That's what my brain is tonight. Simple. So there's another one with just arches. That sounds like a good idea, Barbara. It would be a time saver for sure. And then let's just do some diagonal grid. Come back the other way. And of course, when you're doing these, every time you make a solid place, if you wanted to use a different color, that could look interesting too. And then I'm just going to put a dot in the middle of each little square here. And if you create a little book or whatever with just little squares like this, then when you're working on a project, if you get stuck, you can just flip to a page and say, oh, I can use that in that space. And you'll have like a reference that you've created yourself. Because sometimes when we're doodling, we get stumped. Let's see here. One more. All right. Okay. Do a row of ovals like this. So like 3 ovals. Then put a cup on top, turned upside down. And then put some ovals in between. Then turn cups upside down on them again. Upside down cups. At least that's what they look like to me in my mind's eye. And then you just have to put some lines off the page to make it look like you got more cups up there. Then on the underside of each one, just make some little lines across. And you look like you've got a row of spotlights. All right, so that's another one. These are just doodles. Doodly doodly doodles. All right. Then if you wanted, you could just do a whole square of nothing but arrows. Each time you make an arrow, make it point in a different direction or make it a different shape until you fill up your space with however many arrows you want to. Makes it look like somebody doesn't know where they're going. Which way's north? I don't know. could even make your crazy arrow come around like that. There you go. You filled a space with arrows. You find doodles very hard to do? Just think of any shape that you can make and then just repeat it over and over. That's all a doodle is. Let me turn this one over so I can get to the square a little easier. You could do just a row of squares. Like a quilt block. Put some lines across them to fill it in more if you wanted to, like plus signs, or windows. It's a row of windows. So there's another one. It's just windows. Let's see. We're running out of colors. What else can we do? Let's see. Zigzags. Big ones and small ones. Once you create one, you can just follow the same pattern that it's doing. And then once you get a row of lines like this, you can choose to color every other one solid if you wanted to. So you could end up with black and white print across the page in a zigzag form if you want to. Or you can come back and maybe make the lines on this one just slightly fatter. And then make them fatter on this one, every other one. So there's another doodle. You could say that's a good one. Let's see. If you have a space and you want to just take and do one swirl, just go around and around and around until you fill it up. You could do that. That's just to fill up a space. And then you could come back and put a dot in the middle, and then maybe just do dots. The beauty of the markers, all you have to do is lay it on the page and it makes a little mark. Makes it look like little footprints. I see the chat moving again. I'll have to look at it. So that one's filled up. Barbara, Jan, I think that I have a video on my channel. I'm learning tangled patterns. There you go. A Zentag. Barbara Clark has a Zentag book going on her channel. Let's do stems and leaves. A stem and some leaves. A stem and some leaves. Stems and some leaves. And then in between, do a stem and a leaf. Stem and a leaf. Or you could think of it as a stem with a heart on the bottom. Or a mouse tail with a mouse on the front of it. However your brain sees it. Could be a butterfly. Could be a fly. It's about filling the space. It's not about absolute perfection. A loop and a loop. Line with a loop. Line with a loop. Okie dokie. We're going to call that one good. We've run out of colors, so let's go back to the beginning. And we could just do scales. And then when you do these, you hit the center of the previous row and then come over. I think everybody knows how to do scales, don't they? These could be mermaid scales, a fish, dragon, lizard. Then if you go in and you color just here and there, like color that one in, then come over here and maybe color this one in. Just pick some random ones and color them in. Or you could get different colored greens and green blues and color them in like that. It's entirely up to you. There's that one. So we got 4 more to go. So we'll have plenty of time to, if you wanted to just do big fat loopy flowers, make solid center and put 5 petals on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then come up here, make another fat circle. Uh-oh, hang on. Maybe put one over here. 1, 2, 3, 5. And then maybe put part of it one over here. 2, 3. One right here. And then you could color those in if you wanted to. Let's just quickly color these in here. It's just make a mark and repeating it. And if we wanted to, we could color in the background with the blue. Be the collector of your own ideas. I know that Dee Dee is big on the Society of Idea Collectors, but not just everybody's ideas. Remember to collect your own as well. Your own ideas that come to your mind, make sure you're writing those down, because that way you'll have them in case you can't take action on them right away. Or if you know that you'll struggle at another time, if you have a bank of your own ideas to draw from, I think that's a good thing too. Because the ultimate goal in doing art yourself is not to copy somebody else, but to come up with your own ideas and your own art. Ideas shared are good, but how about the ones that you create in your own mind's eye is just as important, if not more. Stretch your mind. Make it do some work. So even if you've doodled and you put flowers down and you want to add some color to the background, go for it. Just do it. And then let's do some of the I don't know what I call these, but I like to do this shape. I don't know what that's called, but it's kind of a funky U. You come around, come back up, and make a curve. You have to stop and think when you're going in the opposite direction. Could be sheep's head in a row, I guess. You put a dot down at the bottom of them, and they can be tulips, a reindeer. And put little marks up out the top. 3 little marks out the top. Then they look like flowers. Good enough. Just make the marks. Make them do. You could do half circles like this, like you're going to do scales again. Then the next row, make them pointed. And then go back to the round ones. That pointed. And that could be a pattern. And then on the rounded ones, you could color in some of the bottom on them. Make it thicker at the bottom. right, we've got one more. Let's see, 7:43. Oh, we need to do that blue greeny color or a green, something green over on this side. Let's use this one. Let's see. What else can we do? Let's see. You could make wavy lines like this. And then make some little archy lines on it like that. So you're coming from this line, you make an arch over to that other side. That way it looks like these are round. Whatever these are, they'd be rounded in a pile. Does that make sense? Make a little curved line from one line back to the other. And this could be fun if you went in and you colored the stripes different colors. So that, see, it gives it movement and motion. So now that you've got all of these done, what you can do is, I've got my white gel pen. Like I said at the beginning, I have this white gel pen. This is where the magic can really happen, because you can come back in, like on this one, you could put just a white dot in the middle of each of those little internal circles, the little dots in the middle, put a little white dot on it. As Barb Owen says, this is kind of this is the frosting. Don't forget to add frosting. And again, on this one, you could come in and on the dark center of here, you could do a swirl in the middle of it, like that. On each of those. That's why I was trying to add some dark space. You can come in with a white pen like that. This is another one where you could do the little dot in the middle. And see if we'd made the outer line darker too, then you could come in and make lines on that outer ring. Get all these dots in here. The thing about the gel pen is you got to remember, don't put your hand through it until it's had time to dry. But just on this one, I'll show you, if you put little dash lines on it, it makes it look striped. And if that was darker, you'd be able to see it even better. So I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me pick it up. It's blurring out. But just play, have fun. On here, we can just kind of follow the arches up and over with our gel pen, just to add a little bit to it. You could put dots in the middle of this dark section. I just thought it would be fun to bring some of the white back up on the top. And does it have to be perfect? No, because it's doodles. It's meant to be doodlish. Remember, the more you doodle, the better you'll get at it, because your muscles will have that memory. Hello, Cooks, Cakes, and Crafts with Amelia, is it? Hi, Candy. Thank you. On these, you could bring the shapes of the original diamond triangles out on the parts that you colored. Great. I mean, Scott's jamming in the other room. So if you're not liking how something looks, pull out a gel pen and doodle on top of your doodles. Because sometimes that's where the magic is. You just keep going. And see, that brings that back up. And see if we do it on the red too. It gives it a whole new direction. And it's just additional lines. Have no fear, make marks. And see what happens with this one is we end up with windmills. Do you see them? They're not perfect windmills because these are doodles. So that's those two, bringing the triangles back up to the top. We could put a little X-like thing in the middle of this circle. And then on these, you could just follow your zigzag in the middle of the thicker lines and give it another dimension. So if you look at your doodles and you don't like them, take them to the next level. On the thicker red spots here, bigger white dots. Pretend you're adding pearls to a pearl necklace. I'll have to think up some more doodles for next week, and we'll do another page of doodles next week, Wednesday night. All right. And then the flowers, of course, you could put little dots all in the middle of here and make it look like it's the center of a flower. Just random dots. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just put some dots. Dots, dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Then you could bring your flowers back out just by putting a quick little wispy line around the petals. Doesn't even have to be a continuous line. It can just be a little dotty, just barely touching the paper. So sometimes you miss. Sometimes that just makes it look even more cool. All right. And again, we could do the little dots in the middle of these. Just make sure your marker's dry before you use your gel pen on so you don't clog your gel pen up. And give your gel pen time to dry in between. Finish these dots, and then we'll do a flip through. I'll read the chat, give this ink time to set a little bit. And then we'll do a quick flip through of this old border book. So is Beth here? 2 inches entangles. So that's the doodles for tonight. And this was started in 2019. And some of you have already seen these because I've already been on once today. And then we were jumped into Craft and Chat in Phibbsville for a little bit. And then I came back on. So I'm getting tired. So hi, Beth. So that's some doodles there. So I'm just going to bring this back over. In 2019, I did this whole thing of borders in this book, and I just divided the page up. And then some of the doodles or borders I came up with, and some of them you guys offered up. So on some pages, you all's names are on there. Like, I'll show you when we get there. So these were a lot of fun to do. Let's see. Grapevine from Ruth. Can't read these upside down. But people's names are attached to them. So if you called out something, I gave you credit or tried to. And then I've been coloring them in, trying to get them some color on them. I'm trying to get it where I'll see without casting a shadow. But these were so much fun to do. Love the spaceships and the buttons and the logs all together. Fun borders. I ought to turn it so you guys can see it. There we go. That's better. And then you can see let's go back a page. And you can see where the marker bleeds through. That's why I'm only doing on one side of the page. And I really and truly thought this would be full already. Yeah, it's getting dark here too, Cheryl. So I'm anticipating some bad weather coming in. So borders and just doodle practice and that kind of stuff is just so much fun. And then I took, on this page, we were having so much fun on some of them. I really loved doing the snails. That one was a lot of fun. That I divided this page and did some of the things. So there's a mouse and a feather and a snail and a shell and a squirrel and an owl. I do not have them on PDFs. I guess I could scan them in. The robots, bears, beach fence, sea turtles, paintbrushes, musical notes, alphabets, jelly beans. This is one I did with Mary when she was doing, hi, Kathy D. Mary Art Deco Doodles. We did this one in August 16th, 2019. So it's been that long. I think these were off a statue near where she lives because the corn on here represents her state. Yeah, eye drop time. I'm about there too, Cheryl. I'm going to just do this flip and then sign off. I took some time. I've been coloring these in today. And I want to get them colored the rest of the way, the ones that aren't colored, so everything has color on it. I was doing the coloring with colored pencil, but that takes too long on a live, and the sharp tip, Crayola Sharpie tip work good. Not a Sharpie tip. What are these called? Super tips. I want to decorate these up some more and color them. This was around the 4th of July, wasn't it? I don't know, but Mitz gave that one. Kathy B, Janet, Arlene, Mina, Sharon L. Don't know who did the fireworks. And then Cheryl said the picnic baskets. And I was thinking on each one, I'll make the picnic blanket that's sticking out or napkin a different color. So I'm going to color on those. This one still has a lot. My favorite is the old-timey lamp that looks like the Pixar lamp. So these were a lot of fun. I labeled them, but yes, I did over here. Janice G, Sharon L, Joyce B, Janice G, Joyce B, Janice G, and I don't know who said the card because I didn't put the name down there. Okay, and this one got weird because I don't know why I did it like this, but I think I did these with Mary. Yes, Doodles with Mary one time. And I got them partially colored, and then I need to fill these in with some kind of hieroglyphic type thing. And then she did these like this, and I'm probably not going to color the ones toward the top, but I want to color the pumpkins. I just think they'd be really pretty. And then this was all, I think we were in the fall time at this point. Mina, Kathy B, Janice G, Lisa, Violet, Janice G. Don't know who did the paper clips or the lunch boxes. Who recommended those? But these were so much fun to do. This must have been Halloween time. Yeah, no, time to sign off. So I'm going to color these in. Let's see, that one didn't even go over that one because the alarm went off. Got me confused. Teddy bears, donuts, jack-o'-lanterns, crows, scarecrows. These are supposed to be hummingbirds, y'all. I got to practice a hummingbird. Bats and rings. And roses and Violet. Do you remember what these are, Violet? I think they're barns. Fish. And I think these were supposed to be spook houses because they got scary trees. That was Christy, it says. Beth said sand dollars. And that says Susan for the candy corn, Mitz and Janet for the pretzels. Well, here we go. Scarecrows, bowler hats per Violet. It's got your name on it, Violet. Angels. I need to do some more angels. The M&Ms and spiders and witches' hats. That's what these are. From this angle, I was trying to figure out, are these slices of pizza? I'm getting tired. Brooms and cauldrons. And then we've got baskets and pies and funny looking turkeys and glasses of wine. That one looks like a cordial glass. And then we were doing alphabets. I want to get back to doing alphabets and do full alphabets. And then this is where I was doing ideas for a sign for my sister's pottery studio. She's Clay Baby Pottery. And I think what I ended on is on one of these other pages. I got some empty pages that I need to fill in. But I wanted to do something like that. And these are different alphabets. This is the witch's alphabet. And this is moon glyphs, hope, earth, balance, energy, power, fire, water, air, and light. And then back to our doodles from tonight. So thank you guys so much for hanging with me. If you missed earlier today, you might want to go back and check that out. We did the Pick 7 from Janet Nash's Monday show on her channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed the doodles. And I will see you next Wednesday. So thanks, guys. And oh, Angie, hi and bye. I missed you earlier. So I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I'll see you in the next stream.